Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Decide a different need. I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast right here on Wire to Wire Network. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. Got a calf to 1,000 with me tonight. But first, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the crew. I'll start with my co-host. This band has forgotten more baseball than I will ever know. Remember my man, 7 and 7. What's up? How you doing tonight, brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Despite the fact that the Dodgers won yet again, the Chiefs lost to the Bills in the regular season yet again, and Ando's still making hand hearts yet again.
What?
I'm just assuming it happens. I'm just assuming.
Oh my God, no, you can't do that, Ando. That's not cool, bro. That's some
the look on his
Powerpuff.
face is amazing.
That's some Powerpuff Girl shit. Don't be doing that, bro. Let's go ahead and bring Ando in and get an explanation. Ando, man, tell me we ain't reverting back to the hard hands. We can't go back to the hard hands, man.
Bro, John has not been here yet for the Ando's assessment. Do we really want to start that shit right now? Who has been filling you with lies that I'm giving out hand hearts, man? We've been over this, right? Kay wants me to be more ratchet. That is not a ratchet thing for me to do no more. That has been officially fucking retired. Look, we didn't even make it 2 fucking minutes, right? Maybe 1 minute with the intros. And you're already pushing that button. Look, I know you're frustrated that it's been a really bad week with sports, right? My Washington State Cougars lost to some fucking Beavers from Oregon State. The Chicago Bulls finally lost to the New York fucking Knicks. Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Buffalo fucking Bills, right? And then to top it all off, my Mariners were not even recipients of getting beat by the Dodgers in the World Series, man, all right? So get your facts straight, first off, 7, or I'm going to have to go Donald Trump on your ass, and I'll cancel you like
No, you cannot touch my pussy.
No, I'm going to cancel your food stamps, sir. And I
think I broke Will.
I kicked the wrong fucking person out of here. Maybe you know what? Let me pull back on Trump. And let me tell you, we're going to go ahead, 7, and I'll lay the smackdown on your candy ass.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and bring the other person here with us. Here from the Original Player versus Team podcast. Remember my man John here. John, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
It's good to be back, man. How about that?
How
about that
John?
shit, man?
Fucking
How about
miss you,
that?
John.
Oh, shit.
And don't go laying the smack down on another man's ass, okay?
On another man's ass? You don't want me to do that? That's how I get my point across, sir. That's how you. That's how you got to keep.
You get your point across to win it.
But bro,
you get me?
All right, I get you. Maybe I get
All
you.
right.
I don't know. I don't. The other sex scares me when I talk to him, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
Hey man,
I followed the encyclopedia of 7, and that's how 7 got married, and it's not working for me, man. So
I got
It's
you,
about
man.
your
I ain't
delivery,
married
brother.
It's about the. I gotta say, brother. Do I gotta get the hand point right, brother?
What is with you on these hands?
Look,
Ando,
I'm
stop with the
Bobby,
hand
okay?
stuff.
And
Ricky
saying.
Bobby, I don't know what to do with my hands. Okay,
Put them in
I
your
don't know
damn
what to
Okay,
pocket
do
and
with
Rick.
my
talk.
hands.
All right, Ricky Bobby. God dang.
Look,
Put
all
them
I
in
know
your
is if
damn
you ain't
pocket and
first,
talk to them.
Oh
all I know is
shit.
if you ain't first, you last. All
You
right,
need to
that's
pull
trademark
LA
for Ricky
Nate.
Bobby Inc.
That's the
It-
biggest fact I ever heard of my damn life.
You need to pull a LA Nate. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
The hell with the hand shit.
You know, if Erica showed up, I could get her opinion on some shit. But she's like a sister to me, so 6 to 1, half dozen to another. Erica, if you're watching tonight, I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm sorry to throw you under the bus like that. But
She had a 50-50 week. She had a 50-50 weekend.
yeah.
Her daughters won, but her Falcons,
Yeah,
even though they
Falcons.
came back, they lost.
Dodgers, actually, the Dodgers and the Sooners both won. So
Yeah,
she's sitting on a
yeah.
66.
She had probably had a good weekend then.
She had a
Dodgers-
66
Dodgers won.
30%
Yeah,
chance of
hold-
winning.
She was in Tennessee to watch the Sooners win. The fact that she had to be in Tennessee brings it back down to 50-50. Like that.
Okay. She 50-50.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
okay.
Cancels it
Hold
out.
on.
Yeah.
That was a good ass
Well-
game though.
Will
It was
should
a
know
good
this. We're gonna hit her with some Steiner math, all right? Normally,
66%.
normally in an OU Tennessee
Wait a
matchup,
minute.
the matchup is
Steiner.
50-50. Yeah, the
Steiner.
Steiners.
Steiner, they both were dumb.
No, bro, you got to watch the Steiner
You
math.
gotta watch.
man.
You gotta watch that promo.
gotta watch
that
Steiner
Steiner
Math.
man
It's
promo.
funny.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's funny.
The only
Usually in a-
Steiners I
usually
know
in a
are the
one-on-one
wrestlers,
match-
and they
Usually in a
both
one-on-one
dumb.
match, you got a 50% chance. But see, the three-way at sacrifice, you don't got a chance. See, normally in a triple threat match, there's a 33 and 30% chance of you winning it. But Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me. So that takes away his 33 and 3% chance to win. And I know that you ain't going to beat me, so you ain't even going to try. So if you take my 33 and 3% chance and add it to my 66.7%, that gives me a 182.3% chance of winning it. Dude, you got to watch it, man. It is
How the
You've
fuck
never seen
did
that
you
promo?
memorize this shit? Hell
bro,
no.
it is
It's
fucking
He was in
gold.
TNA at the time.
It is
yeah.
fucking
Ah.
gold.
I didn't see a lot of TNA. I saw if I was watching TNA, somebody was getting smacked with a guitar. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
every-
you were
every
watching Jeff
fucking
Jarrett?
time.
Nah,
Yeah.
you got to
Probably
watch the Scott-
one of his
yeah, the
best
Scott
promos he
Steiner-
ever cut.
Yep.
Oh, dude, no, by far
Every
it is the best
time.
one.
it's hilarious every time. It didn't matter how many times it
This
happened.
this was even better than Booker T dropping the N word at Hogan and in WCW, man.
I
Like,
don't know if anything is better than that.
Oh, dude, no, it is.
I don't
it
think
is.
it is.
Like,
the way
Steiner-
the reason why I say that's better than Scott is because of Booker's T reaction at the end of the promo.
No, Stevie
When he
Ray.
looked at- when he
Stevie
looked at
Ray's
Sherry,
reaction.
I'm
When he
coming
look-
for you.
I'm coming
Like,
for you, nigga.
You, nigga. Man.
And Gene Okerlund just has to be like, oh, okay, we're gonna send it
shit.
back to you guys at
Yeah.
the stadium. Let's
Yeah,
go.
and then, but if the story was told correctly, and I gotta give Hogan props on this part, I may be N-word, but I'm a good N-word. So if that's true, I got to give him props. I didn't like Hogan for much else, but if that is true, I got to give Hogan props on that. I'm a good N-word.
I've been watching rock promos all day, to be honest with you. So
Man,
it,
that man.
it
got a
don't
promo.
matter how many times I see him, man. That fall out laughing.
It is amazing how you ladies can sit here in the ring with unicorn penises on your forehead. Why?
He told Benoit to go find the penis he claims he has. Like,
Dude, that song he cut on Victor
Bro.
Guerrero. That
Oh,
song he cut
yeah.
on Victor
It-
Guerrero.
crazy work, man. Crazy
Vicky
freaking
was-
work.
You dress like a hooker, not the expensive kind.
Because no, bitch, you look horrible
Oh.
tonight.
Oh man.
Bitch.
Good time.
And then
Great
she
time.
asked me, "Do I look
All
alright?"
right.
I said,
Y'all-
"No,
Y'all memory is too y'all memory too good. I don't remember all the words.
Horrible tonight. Hey, real quick, I do want to get into this before we talk about some football. Talk about the NBA real fast. Y'all got to tell me something. Y'all got to what is going on in Memphis? Ja Morant being suspended already? We ain't even 3
Right.
weeks in the league yet.
You surprised?
We ain't even
You-
3
you-
weeks in the season yet.
We're shocked by John Morant taking shots at his teammates.
No, but two things. First, it's not even three. First,
Oh, come on. That joke was right there, Ando. Go fuck yourself.
First, we're not.
This ain't Grand Theft Auto, okay? You can't just shoot whatever you want and not expect to get in trouble.
But first of all, we're not 3 weeks in the league year yet. And number two, his own team suspended him.
They had to.
Yeah, dude.
Not saying that. I just want to know what's going on from y'all.
I'm surprised it even took that long.
We talked about this last year. John Morant needs out of Memphis. This is a product of them dragging their fucking feet on it. That's all. That's exactly what this is. He needs to be
Utah
somewhere else.
No, dude, he needs to go to Milwaukee. Milwaukee can get him a package around Kyle Kuzma and 2 draft picks.
You go send him to Utah.
No, there are going to be so many more shootings in the Mormon community if John Morant goes there. The Mormon is not going to happen, bro. That is not a thing. You cannot wish it into
Listen
existence.
to me, Ando. Listen to me, brother.
I'm listening.
That nun pussy gonna calm him down. It's gonna calm him down.
What up, Brett? How you doing, man? My man, Brett. What's up, man?
The only non-strip club in Salt Lake City is going to get shot up when he comes in thinking it's Grand Theft Auto and he can just grab whatever strip clubs. He's going to think he is the new modern era James Harden.
Yeah, they show ankle.
Hold on. There's strip clubs in Utah?
Yeah, they show ankle.
Bro. There's got to be some bad Mormons. Yeah.
I'm sure there is. There's a strip club everywhere.
In Utah, though?
I'm sure there's strip clubs in North Dakota or Wyoming. So they got to be something.
North Dakota, bro.
I think Missouri is actually one of the only states that doesn't have strip clubs because strip clubs are actually illegal in Missouri, which is the dumbest fucking.
Wow.
Bro,
Yeah.
There's a place in North Dakota called
where are the
Devil's
girls
Gate.
with daddy issues supposed to get a job? I think it's very selfish of the state of Missouri to allow this to happen.
Wow.
All the daddy issues in Kansas City and St. Louis alone, plus all those college girls at Mizzou and Columbia. I mean, that is so selfish. And then you got all the Christian girls at Evangel and Missouri State down in Springfield and Branson. All of those girls have no work because of the selfishness of the Missouri governor about, 10 years ago? Like, that's just so mean.
He's still governor?
I'm sending
I don't
you a
think he's the
profile
governor
on
anymore now.
Instagram that I need you to look at.
Yeah.
You sent me a profile?
I sent you a profile. I know there's tickets from Utah.
Hey, they probably got feisty in Utah.
The reason, here's the thing. I think Milwaukee actually does make sense, not just because of from trade perspective and stuff like that, but also, first of all, a lot of those people in Milwaukee, they're just northern rednecks. They got guns too. They're not going to be scared of him with guns. So there's not going to be as much conflict with that. Secondly, the food is going to be better there than it is Utah, and there's a lot of cheese in it, so he's probably going to puff up like Zion and calm his ass down. I think it's a positive thing for him. Man, you try cheese curds in Wisconsin, you'll never you'll never crave anything else. I'm just saying,
man. Look, Ja Morant for Kyle Kuzma straight up.
No, you got to throw a draft pick in there because Kuzma ain't going to
throw the draft pick in there.
You gotta throw a draft pick.
And Kyle Kuzma lucky because his ass should be in China right now. His sorry ass.
Respect the Kuz, man. Respect the Kuz.
Sorry, he ain't been good since that Lakers bubble ring.
Yep.
Piece of trash.
Future Hall of Famer Kyle Kuzma. Respect him.
Hell no. Hall of Famer.
A Hall of Famer, that's crazy work.
That's crazy talk, man.
Crazy
oh my
work.
gosh. Let me go around the room real quick since we're talking about the league. What teams have surprised? What teams have disappointed? Ando, I'll start with you.
Well, I don't think I need to really emphasize which team surprises me the most, considering that our Chicago Bulls were one of the last 3 teams undefeated until we fucking lost to the Knicks. Thankfully, it wasn't in the NBA Cup game, right? But the fact that we've played 6 games, we've lost 1. I would not have expected us to start the season 5-1. I still think we are guaranteed NBA Eastern Conference play-in champions, right? I don't think we get better than the 6th seed in the East. But let's fucking go. Let's go Chicago. Let's go unbeatable Bulls until we play the Nets. But that's one that surprised me.
I
I haven't really
always
paid
see.
attention to anybody else. Boston really doesn't shock me that they're playing as bad as they are.
Yeah.
And that's just because of all the injuries that they got. Send Ja to Guantanamo. He would find a way to bring Guantanamo Bay into the NBA. So
He probably would.
yep. I would say, yeah, Boston. I think is the biggest surprise right now. Lakers being 5-2 without Luka and
LeBron.
I think is weird, but it's working out for him. I'm not surprised that Oklahoma City is the last team standing undefeatedly. NBA champions come back. They played 2 overtime games, including the double overtime season opener against the Rockets.
Hell of a game.
Hell of a game, dude. Hell of a game.
Just
Can we
free throws are
give a shout out?
necessary.
Can we give a shout out to NBC's coverage of that first game? The peacock being made with the lights. Bum, 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 bum. And then that 90s fanfare that everybody remembers. Chills and goosebumps, man. Chills and goosebumps.
John.
Ando was definitely right about the biggest surprise. I'm like, the Bulls are 2-0. They're 4-0.
Nope. 5-1.
5. I'm getting there, Ando.
Okay.
5 times. 5 times.
Oh, we want to talk about
then they
5
finally,
times. Yeah.
Then they finally lose a game. I'm like,
Yep.
damn. That like, we expected y'all record to be the opposite. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
That's the biggest
hey,
surprise.
But hey, at least we ain't the Brooklyn Nets. 0-7, baby.
That's not surprising either because they just don't have a big name player.
Nope.
They're the Jets of
like-
the NBA. It's not a surprise.
No. That's not fair. The Jets won. And they were on a bye this week, so they couldn't lose again. Unlike the Cleveland Browns, who punted 18 times in their bye week this week.
And shout out to Jaylen Brown's hairline, by the way.
Damn.
He decided to wipe it off on another man's shirt. Like,
I couldn't stop.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And he called LeBron for advice. That's the sad part.
No, LeBron is the key man of the hairline. So you got to call LeBron. Like, LeBron is the GOAT when it comes to the hairline. So you got to call the GOAT, right? Everybody calls Michael for advice.
I'm going to start calling Jaylen Brown paint.
See. Stop, Brett. Stop. Patrick Williams breakout. We still don't know what Patrick.
Hold on. To be
We
fair,
still don't know what we. You know what?
To be fair, if Patrick Williams scores at least 12 points and gets 6 rebounds, based off his previous years, that is a breakout year.
We still don't know what Patrick Williams is.
That's fine. I'll take 12-6. Better than his 6-2 that he was offering.
Okay, Ando, by your justification, if I actually give a woman an orgasm, that's the best I've ever performed in sex. Like, that's the standard is so low with what you're saying right now.
Take what you get, sir. If a woman lets you give her an orgasm, man, you take it, right? You don't complain and be like, "Oh, I've done better before. Let me try again." No, you take 12-6, and
is that just when you retire? He's like,
yeah. If you got to fucking retire, man, right? Martha loves it, right? Don't disappoint Martha. Don't disappoint Martha.
Oh, I've already.
His wife.
That's the nickname for my wife.
Okay.
Shout out 76ers and Blazers.
It's like, man, that's an old lady
Carlos
name.
Boozer special.
Jaylen Brown new nickname is
Carlos Boozer, man. I got so many mixed feelings about Carlos Boozer.
But you know what, though?
Man, his son is a monster.
You know what, though? But to me, right now, the biggest shot to me is how bad the Orlando Magic has started out. That's the
I
biggest
expected
surprise.
more of them.
I expected more.
I'm not surprised how they started, but because they usually don't start very well. They usually somewhere in the middle of the season they find their stride and get going.
Plus, I think with Orlando too, it's more of a, like you just said, it's more of a chemistry issue. You got Desmond Bane up in there.
Yep, you got
he's
some
trying
new
to get
pieces.
himself acclimated.
This isn't the same Magic team that was in the playoffs last year, right? You got to give them time to acclimate with the new pieces that they got from Memphis.
Damn.
And no, I would give Spencer Rattler more credit, man. Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't. I would.
But John, I'm gonna say something about your Rockets real quick. Y'all need a point guard.
We figuring it out at the moment, but yeah, you damn Skippy. And that's why, honestly, I was hoping we signed Russell Westbrook. Whether he came off the bench or not, he's still a great facilitator.
Yeah.
And
Kevin Durant?
He's moving well with the Kings.
Westbrook?
I'm saying I would have loved if once Fred VanVleet went down, I would have loved if we signed Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
It would have made sense.
Just to come off the bench.
Is he on a roster
we got our power forward bringing the ball up court.
Yep.
I can't remember who Russell got signed with, but I know Russell didn't sign with the.
He's in the Kings. He's with the Kings.
That's right.
Yeah, and I mean he's gelling well over there. If I'm being honest, so
yeah.
No, too bad they play in the West because they're 2-4. But
I mean we finding our stride without one, but you're absolutely right. We need a point guard.
What y'all thinking right now about the Lakers?
AR-15s for real.
The great wide hope.
You see what happens when you take LeBron away?
No, look, man, I'm not going to get traded. I'm not going to trade myself
going to go back averaging 11 points a game.
Look, you got to keep roster space for Bronny, okay? Can't be giving all of the white boys the stuff, right? The black people got to get their bread. So when LeBron comes back, you can expect Bronny to get 2 points, 6 offense. So he's going to put up Angel Reese-like numbers, all right? Shoot terrible from inside. Shoot terrible from inside.
Hey,
and Coach
Angel
LeBron,
Reese at least gets some rebounds, man. He might.
Don't underestimate Bronny's rebound game this year, man, all right? You're going to put him up in center versus Victor Wembanyama. You can expect 1 rebound from Bronny James, all right?
Victor Wembanyama will cook him at the 3-point line, the baseline, and in the paint.
Is Victor Wembanyama an alien or human? Is Victor Wembanyama?
Alien.
No, he is a human. He gets tired. He will get tired, and Bronny will get 1 rebound.
Y'all talk to me. I want y'all to talk to me about VJ Edgecombe. Did anybody see this? Did anybody see this coming?
No. Nah.
I didn't see him hitting like that.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey took it to another level.
Oh, yeah.
So
for sure.
I don't know. I'd have got rid of Embiid and his left kneecap.
I will take Angel Reese over Bronny any day. What's up to the chat, David, Brett? We got Kyle in here. How y'all doing? But my thing with the 76ers is this, and you just mentioned it, John. I don't know who wants him. I don't know who will take him. I'll get rid of Embiid.
I would too.
I don't know who wants him or takes him.
I luck the Bulls would take him for a pack of peanuts.
Bulls don't need him. We bad enough as it is. We don't need a 7 foot.
We'll take him for a pack of peanuts, and
we don't need a 7 foot big man that can't run the court.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to trade for MB for a pack of peanuts. Those peanuts are going to be expired and given to a kid. Williams. Hold on. Let me finish, Will. Let me finish. Can I please finish?
Go ahead and finish, Cartman. Okay, cool. Cartman.
No, it's not Cartman. It's the Canadian government.
You need to tell them women. And can I please finish?
Can I please finish? Right. We're going to trade for MB. We're going to trade for MB. All right.
Okay,
we're gonna send the 76ers expired peanuts, not even good peanuts. We're gonna send them expired peanuts. And the 76ers, in their beautiful amount of wisdom, is going to give these expired peanuts to a kid with a peanut allergy. That kid's gonna sue the 76ers. The 76ers are gonna be wiped off the plane of existence. And whatever team gets the 76ers next, they're gonna win an NBA championship. So before the Bulls make it back to the actual playoffs. We'll make it to the Eastern Conference Play-in Championship. All right. But that's as far as we go. And in 2 years, when the 76ers become the Supersonics and the Supersonics win the championship, they'll thank the Chicago Bulls for it. That's what's going to happen.
But don't know about, but for real, I'm getting on the phone and looking, because you see now when you don't have Embiid or he plays limited minutes.
Yep. You don't need him.
You don't need him.
Or he's not playing every other game. Like you don't need it.
Exactly.
You don't need that type of
You don't need
energy,
to be paying
especially
him
somebody
$46 million.
that's.
You do not need to be paying the dude $1 million for every game that he plays. Maybe $500,000 if he can play 82 games. But he already said he's not going to play 82 games. He's not going to play any of the back-to-backs. And the team is gelling right now. They're what, 5-1? 5-1? Yeah. Ring, Kyle, pick up the phone. Hello, Kyle.
Kyle hanging the phone up. Kyle said, "Don't call me."
Yeah, no, his knees didn't even make it to retirement. His knees are still in college, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. His knees are, where is he from? Cambodia? His knees are still in Cambodia,
Kawhi Leonard has played more games than him.
Yeah.
Yep. But
already.
But if I can find a taker, and I don't know who will take him at this point, but it's in that second of voicemail. But if I can find a taker at some point, I'm getting rid of Embiid. The process.
What do you hold out for? Somebody has to have called at this point. That's the thing is like somebody has to have at least called and been like, what's it going to,
right?
What can we do? And then I think at this point they're trying to they're under the assumption that they're going to get some of their investment back. No, it's all gone.
No,
it is all gone. This guy is the the Anthony Rendon of basketball. You're paying it. You might as well just tell him sit on the bench, talk to the young guys, tell stories of old when you were in college and still relevant, and just leave it alone because the money's gone.
Do you think the young guys don't need his point?
He needs to call an old guy at this point. Call Patrick Ewing.
Damian. Fuck you, Damian.
Figure out what to do.
You're going to go sit in the corner, Damian. Go sit in the fucking corner.
All right, I will get rid of one of your write-ups for that one. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I think Endo needs the Pornhub. They blocked Pornhub in North Carolina.
They have not blocked it in Iowa. They blocked it in Nebraska, so I have to be on Wi-Fi in Iowa to be able to see it. So.
How do you know, sir?
Because I live close enough to Nebraska where they think my Wi-Fi network is Nebraska.
He gave me a legitimate answer. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Why do you think I pay my internet bill on time, bro? That's why I pay my internet bill on time, so I'm not connected to this shit-ass Nebraska internet, man.
I feel you.
Hey, man.
But yeah.
Ando's got to do what Ando's got to do.
Look, if I don't
it's
get
his
my
favorite
Pornhub
exercise. What's the problem?
Yeah, bro. Why do you think? Damn. Why do you think that is, man? Look at these forearms, bro. Look at these forearms. These forearms.
You right-handed?
Fucking A right, I am.
Please tell me you take that armband off.
You don't want to know what goes on
up a little bit.
Yeah.
He tightens it up a little bit, reduces that blood flow, so it feels like it's somebody else sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts it on his bicep.
Dude, if your fingers aren't tingling by the time I get done, bro.
Like somebody finna draw blood.
And is that the hard hand?
What's that?
Is that the hard hand?
It's half of the hard hand. Dude, you almost made me do it, bro. Fuck you, bro. My credibility on fucking stream, bro. No, and Brett, you damn right I do, man. Look, the tri-state area of Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota. I gotta know that shit, man. All right, so I gotta know it, man. I gotta know it.
There's end of cardio.
Damien, I'm gonna give you this, man. Between my Pornhub and me running my mouth, that's all the exercises that I need, dude. All the exercises that I need.
Real quick, 7. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, 7. I want you to tell me why the Chiefs lost to the Buffalo Bills. I'm coming to you, 7. Let me know something.
I'll tell you this. There's going to be a lot of people that invoke the refs, and you know that I'm never one to do that, and I think it's a bullshit excuse. The refs messed up on a handful of plays at best. There were 100 other plays in that game that you could have done something different. Patrick Mahomes was off on Sunday. If you look at the play right before the end of the half where Travis Kelce got hurt, if Travis Kelce throws that ball Patrick Mahomes throws that ball where it needs to be, That is 7 points instead of 3. And it's possible that Travis Kelce gets hurt still because Patrick Mahomes threw it to him in the middle of the fucking field. And even Tom Brady will tell you when you throw to a receiver or tight end in the middle of the field, you are throwing them into getting a big hit. Mahomes it's plain and simple. Mahomes had a bad game yesterday. The defense was letting James Cook run all over him. Which was kind of bittersweet for me because I have James Cook in fantasy. So it was like, fuck. Like that was kind of my day yesterday watching that game. But it came down to execution. But here's the thing. Bills fans talk about the fact that Kansas City in the Mahomes era has not beat the Bills in the regular season. And you are 100% correct. As of yesterday, the Bills are 5-0 against Kansas City in the regular season.
Not entirely true because they did beat the Bills in the COVID season. So 5-1. 5-1 in the regular season.
5-1. Okay, you're right. I stand corrected. 5-1. But our Super Bowl is in February. Yours just happened yesterday. So to that, I say kiss my ass.
Oh man.
And since you're also a Kansas City Chiefs fan, did you want to weigh in on the game?
Armband wearer.
Look, man, don't hate. John, you ain't been on stream in forever, man. I really don't want to hate you. I got reason to hate Kyle because Kyle ain't been here for fucking ever. I got reason to hate Erica because Erica ain't been here. I don't want to hate you, man. Don't my wristbands, whatever, man. My wristbands. Eat a dick.
Put the hands down, bro.
Dude, they're my spirit fingers, all right? You want me to do hard hands or spirit fingers, right? I got to do something. These are my hands, man. I got to do
neither.
Neither one, Ricky Martin. Neither one.
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Martin is a gay Latin fucking singer dancer, dude.
You just walked right into that one, dude. God damn it.
This is not Bring It On, bro.
I know it's not. You know what? Fuck this. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer the damn question. Keep your mouth shut. The Rock is speaking. Keep your damn mouth shut when the Rock is speaking. Thank you very much.
Oh
God. No, in realness, man. Patrick Mahomes had his worst game as a starting quarterback. Less than 50%. I think for the first time all season, did not put himself into the end zone. Which is really weird for a Patrick Mahomes-led offense for him not to get into the end zone. But no, I absolutely agree that the Bills just flat out played better. I don't know if the Chiefs didn't game plan for the running game that they were going to face, but at the end of the day, the Bills had a better game plan. And I will say this. Hi, Mouse. I will say this. With as bad as the Chiefs played, with as bad as Mahomes played, with as bad as the running game looked, you gave the ball back to the Chiefs with 22 seconds, only up by 7. The Chiefs, when they play the Bills next, are going to remember that. The Chiefs were right there. And all of the shit that they went through in that game, they were only down by 7 with 22 seconds left. That tells you everything you need to know. The Chiefs are going to get right, and they're going to be ready for when they play the Bills in January.
Before I go to John, I just want to say real quick, this is a beautiful thing to see on Monday Night Football.
How about them Cowboys?
I didn't even want to watch it. I saw the score.
They getting destroyed.
They
getting destroyed by the Arizona Cardinals.
And Jacoby Brissett.
Hold on. To be fair, this is the Cardinals who have given up fourth quarter leads in each of their last 4 games.
Ando.
That is all I'm going to say.
No, we don't want to speak this.
I don't want to speak it into existence. You're absolutely right.
We want to see the Cowboys lose.
We're talking about. Key, I'm trying my best to channel my inner racket or ratchet. They did ban me from doing spirit fingers and heart hands, so my hands are they're just sitting here right now. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands like
Pornhub since your hands are just sitting there.
He's just gonna go to Xvideos.
It's Cowboys fans, you've got to think about the fact that right now you're not losing to Kyler Murray. You're losing to Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Jacoby Brissett, who is, as of right now, 19 of 28, 2 touchdowns. Like, when are you going to realize that it's just not it?
Fuck you, Kyle.
They out there, man. Jacoby Brissett got a rushing. Hey, Brissett got a rushing touchdown too.
7.
Oh, he does, yeah.
7.
Damn.
You need to tell your boy Kyle to fuck off.
They would have allowed us to make the World Series. That's funny.
Hey,
Yes,
man,
we
he
love when
gave
they
you homework.
lose.
Did you find that clip?
I fucking hate you so much. I fucking hate you. Do we need to do Ando's assessment right now, 7? I was going to hold off. I was going to take a week off from Ando's assessment. Because this week, I really don't have anything. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. I got one. When you're ready for Ando's assessment, I'm ready for it. But you got to let me know when you're ready.
I'll let you know when I'm ready. When I'm ready. All right. John, I'm coming to you on this one. I'm going to get you to start us off. The Bears get a win over.
Oh,
the
okay. This is
Cincinnati
where Ando's
Bengals.
assessment was going to come in. John, I'll let you go first.
47-42. The Bengals players getting upset, saying close the effing game. What's your thoughts about that game? Then we'll go to Ando's assessment.
Man, that game was all over the fucking place. Tell you the truth, bro. I mean, for a minute, yeah, you thought the Bears was gonna win, and T. Higgins showed his ass yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
T. Higgins showed his ass, and I loved it. Pause. By the way, Kyle would have got me for that shit. I knew y'all didn't pick up on it. I knew y'all didn't pick up on it, but
I knew
Kyle
it
would
was
have got
coming.
me.
I knew it was coming.
KC would have killed me for that one. But I mean, he made some unbelievable catches, plays,
Yeah, he did.
2-point conversion, you name it. He was on it. I mean, Joe Flacco did what he do. He throws 4 touchdowns, but he's gonna throw 2 interceptions. His
Or
completion
fumble.
percentage is not gonna be the best. Yeah, that too. Like I say, he's a turnover prone, but he can also give. He's a walking contradiction. Like that's what Joe Flacco is.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
And I
True story.
mean, it's never been. The Chicago Bears can score. There's no doubt they can score the football on anybody. Their defense is trash. It's been trash.
Agreed.
It's still trash. It's always been trash. The Bears put up a lot of points on Vikings first game.
Yeah.
Anybody else, they keep talking about blind Flores defense, but we be getting scored on too. But that's beside the point. But man, that was a wild ass game. I don't even really know what to make of it. That's one of those games you see them two playing each other, and you have no idea who's gonna win.
Anybody on this show can throw for 303 touchdowns against a Bengals defense. I said it this morning on Coffee and Sports. I've never seen 2 defenses not know how to tackle. I've never seen 2 defenses not know how to wrap up.
I think that's the entire NFL.
I've never seen that in my life from 2 teams. Never seen that before. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take Ando, put him in the solo, and everybody, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ando's assessment. There you go, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ando, and this is the segment called Ando's Assessment, where I give you guys a heart-to-heart about things that piss me off in the world of sports. Several weeks ago, I think it was a month ago, I bitched about people dropping the football at the 1-yard line. Then I gave an assessment on how the Miami Dolphins look like absolute garbage. Both times I've given Ando's assessments, those teams have turned it around. All right. Then I gave a minor rant/assessment about the Mariners. And then you fucking Boston Red Sox fans who didn't even make it to the divisional round because you guys decided to bend over and take it from the Yankees, who looked like garbage against the Blue Jays. But there is a crisis now in the NFL, and that is the lack of a defense from the Cincinnati Bengals. No, I'm going to call them what they are. They're the Bengals. All right. 2 weeks ago, you guys gave up a lead to the New York fucking Jets. The winless New York fucking Jets. You don't fire your defensive coordinator. I don't know what head coach Zach Taylor is thinking, and the fact of, we just gave up 39 points to the only team that didn't win in the NFL.
And
defense.
Careful.
Zach Taylor. I'm doing I have to do this for historical accuracy purposes, Seven. I know what I'm doing.
HR.
You make no changes on the defensive front. You make no changes in your defensive locker room. All you do is, hey, offense, you're going to get us out of next week against the Bears. And for the most part, they did so, right? They were down 31-27 going into the fourth quarter. Then they were down 41-27. Then they're down 41-35. Then they're up 42-41 with less than a minute to go. All you have to do is stop the Bears. That's it. That's all you got to do. Right? I get it. Trey Hendrickson wasn't playing. I get it. Cam Taylor Britt, maybe not the best guy to lean on, but you have people who have been in that spot before. And Zach Taylor, in his infinite wisdom, hey guys, I think we got another quarter to play. You guys just, go out there and do what you do. And what they do is they let the Bears go down the field in 3 fucking plays. They let the biggest target in Colston Loveland grab the ball, shake off a hit. Loveland looks at the middle of the field and goes, oh shit, ain't none of y'all going to tackle me? Fuck, I'll score. That was easier than kids with condoms on prom night. And we talk about abstinence in high school. We talk about tackling in football. The defensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals should be cleaning out his desk. I personally would tell Zach Taylor to grab a trash bag. If I am Mike Brown, the stupid-ass owner of the Cincinnati Bengals, I am taking my geriatric ass down to his office, and I'm cleaning it with a trash bag. Not even hefty. I want that shit to rip as he's dragging it to his car. How? In 2 back-to-back weeks do you give up walk-off touchdowns to the teams you are playing? This is Miami levels of bad, Cincinnati. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you got rid of the Cleveland Browns offense and the Cincinnati Bengals defense and composed them into the Cleveland Bengals or the Cincinnati Browns, you would have a hell of a football team. The Browns defense is amazing. The Bengals offense is historically awesome. Let's make the Toledo, we can't play footballs, right? The Toledo Suckers. Well, this year, call them the Toledo Suckers, right? They can put little Tootsie Roll Pops on their helmet. They can be pink. They can be brown. I don't give a shit. Just the Toledo Suckers are where the Cleveland Browns offense.
Maybe don't
brown.
say that again.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, don't.
No, this is Nando's assessment.
Yeah.
You guys let me fucking talk. Nah, this. Oh my God, man, this is.
Or at least say pause. I mean, come on, man.
No,
Peter Brown is crazy
still
work.
on pause. Like the Bengals defense is still sitting at Paul Brown Stadium or Paycor Stadium. Like, where is everybody? Are we supposed to be here? I thought they said game time was at 7:05. Like, where the fuck is everybody? Yeah. My brain hurts with how stupid the Bengals defense are playing. And the fact that you have a top 5 quarterback in Joe Burrow who has to come back to this mess. You're putting up 40 fucking points with a 41-year-old Joe Flacco.
That was close.
I caught myself. Like,
if you're
for fuck's sake,
hold on. I have a question.
Goddamn
if you're the Bengals, do you even bring or do you even bring Burrow back this year?
You can't.
He's just going to get hurt again.
No.
You're
not going anywhere. Don't do it.
No, you're not.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, absolutely not. They should not bring him back at all.
I said a while ago, they just should have kept Jake Browning.
What is the hold on? Let me pull up the standings real quick in the NFC or in the AFC North, because you got Pittsburgh, who look like fucking world beaters against the Colts. Yep. You're 2.5 games back. Yeah, you're 2.5 games back of Pittsburgh. You still got to play Baltimore. You still got to play Cleveland, who I don't even think Cincinnati can beat at this point. And then you still got to play. But no, you do not. You do not bring Joe back. You do not bring Burrow back into this mess.
Hell no.
All right. And everyone out there in TV land that has been Ando's assessment. All right, I got one more game. I do want to talk about it. This. Might make Brett a little bit sick, but I got to talk about it. 7. The Panthers get a win against the Packers, 16-13. Have we all missed the boat on Jordan Love? Everybody's saying Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback, but
hold on. Okay. First of all, Tucker Kraft is now out for the year.
Yes.
No.
Tucker Kraft, I owe you. Yeah. Tucker Kraft is out for the year. And Tucker Kraft, I owe you an apology because it's actually my fault you are down. You see, I made the mistake of trading for you in my Dynasty Fantasy League, and unfortunately, that's a curse. And so, sir, to you, I apologize.
Really?
I was able to unload Mark Andrews. I was able to unload Mark Andrews.
Is that why they're playing like shit?
No. The Dynasty League that I'm in, we don't even use defenses. So that's not my fault.
That explains everything. That explains everything. Thank you.
Jordan Love. There's a reason that when Baker Mayfield is playing, I don't start you unless I absolutely have to. Because the inconsistency at which you play. You have one of the most iconic football franchises in existence at your fingertips. You have the one team, the one professional sports team in existence where the fans actually have more say because it is not privately owned. It is owned by the city. You have so much of a better situation. But right, you are right, Brett. It is not as much love as people think. But Love definitely played a part in what happened yesterday. Because when you look at just the numbers that he put up, he did have a pick. He was only sacked once. But the rushing was not there. Josh Jacobs only had 87 yards. Jordan Love only went once for a yard. But then you had Romeo Doubs, had 10 targets, only got 7 passes. Christian Watson, 4 targets, 2 passes. Like, you mean to tell me that all the names on this team got beat by the third worst defense in professional football?
Mm-hmm.
You got beat by the quarterback legend, Bryce Young, who went 11 for 20 for 102 yards yesterday. You lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
Brett's right. It's not just on Jordan Love. Jordan Love did not do what he needed to do yesterday in a couple of different things. He definitely did not do what he needed to do. I think some of his reads were wrong. I think there were better choices. There's a lot I could say about that. But the fact that you lost to a quarterback who went 11 for 20 for 102 yards, while you allowed Rico Dowdle to get 130 yards rushing, is mind-blowing to me. That was a team effort to lose that game.
Never lost.
And to not take your time working your way down the field and give the Panthers 2 minutes to get down the field for just 3 points. That's all they needed. And to give that up, the defense, and you can't blame the defense because it was 16 points. They kept the Panthers to 16 points. That's not a lot.
No.
That's a professional football offense that you kept to 16 points. Most teams win that game. So it was a team effort for that loss.
I'm going to agree. Panthers definitely won that. I think it's more the Packers lost than the Panthers won, but it is hard to win. Just as you said, when your leading rusher is running for 130 yards, and they had 25 carries just from Dowdle alone. Normally, when you can run the football 30, 35 times in a game, you got time of possession on your side. That wasn't
controlling the pace.
The Packers had more time of possession than the Panthers did. But the Panthers didn't shoot themselves in the foot with as many penalties. They only had one less first down. More importantly, when they did get into the red zone, they capitalized. They were 2 for 3 in the red zone. The Packers were only 1 for 5. The Packers were 6 of 13 on third downs compared to the 4 for 10 for the Panthers. The turnovers definitely hurt the Packers. And then not being able to convert touchdowns and having to go with field goals. Again, it's the same thing we said about Kansas City and Buffalo. If you can convert one of those field goals to touchdowns, this is a different ballgame that we're talking about.
Yep. 100%.
Couple of things real fast before we move over to baseball. John, I'm coming to you. Your Vikings got a big win against the Detroit Lions. Tell me how the Vikings did it.
We actually ran the football and played some deep, made some big plays when it counted. The block field goal, the fumble, David Montgomery. Nobody on my team can tackle in the secondary. Nobody. Harrison Smith has lost his nickname. He's no longer the hitman. He's a pillow muncher. He can't hit anymore. He can't hit. He can't hit a
Are you
goddamn
saying that Harrison Smith is now Pillow Princess? Is that what you're saying?
Hey man, shoot fit. I love him.
Yeah.
But he's just old, man. He's just old. And it's okay. But we made some big plays when it counted and we held on to the actual lead. We actually got some sacks yesterday. Like our defense did play. We held the Lions' run game to next to nothing.
In their definition, yeah.
Because Jahmyr Gibbs, last time we played him, he had a whole goddamn on field day. So
the fact that you held him to 25 yards on 9 carries. Look, they only had 2 guys running the football yesterday. That was Gibbs and Montgomery, 20 carries for 65 yards. I think any defense that is playing Detroit will take that as a win.
Hell yeah, because you see Gibbs what did the other week.
Yeah. And then to put that into perspective, old man Aaron Jones, 9 carries, 78 yards. Jordan Mason, who has been struggling the last couple of weeks, he got 36 yards on 10 carries. So it was the ability for the Vikings to kind of switch it up and push Detroit back on the very game that Detroit beats people with. It was, I would say it was definitely incredible for the Vikings.
And we scored in the red zone. I can't tell you how important it was because Carson Wentz couldn't do it.
Nope.
He could get us to the red zone and we could not score a touchdown. At all. Or Carson Wentz just wouldn't use his legs like as JJ McCarthy did yesterday to get us a touchdown. 9-10 yards. Boom. It's simple, man. If you don't see nothing there and you 10 yards away from the end zone, run that thing. Like that's all it takes sometimes is the mindset and hey, how you operate when you in the red zone. Be smart. Ain't nothing there. Tuck and run, bro. I don't care how slow you are.
Let me ask you this: what was your impression of JJ McCarthy? What was your impression?
The kid's got some guts. That's his biggest. That was his MO coming into the NFL, and I'm glad even after the injury, I'm glad to see he still has that because most people he come in after the injuries he had a whole year of injury, and he's pretty much been injured this whole year.
Yeah.
But he still is like, nah, I'm gonna take the football. I'm gonna run this ball for my team and get the yardage I can, or if I'm gonna get this touchdown I can. Like he's not being timid. Like I say, Carson Wentz went out there. He wasn't moving. He was not running from nowhere. Even though, granted, Carson Wentz can move. You know, he's not the slowest quarterback in the NFL. But
Right.
bro, if you can get 5 yards instead of taking a sack, do it.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
that simple stuff like that. So that's my biggest. McCarthy he's not coming out there playing on a crutch because he's been hurt or letting that affect his mental because he's been hurt so much. So and he goes out there and plays like he hasn't been. So is his percentage? It does need to get better. But hey man, we won the game. He did what he was supposed to do in the red zone. No matter how we got to the red zone, whether the defense helped us get there or the offense actually just moved the ball. Because we didn't have a ton of big plays, but we had a few.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Real quick, we got to
Right.
update the Cardinals and Dallas Cowboys Monday Night Football, 27-17. Arizona still in the lead by 10. We'll see if they can hold on. Go ahead, Ando.
No, I was going to say, JJ McCarthy played within himself, right? He didn't have to do too much to win that game. Did have the one interception, but 2 touchdowns, 14 to 25, so a little over 55% with the completion percentage. Maybe bring that up a little bit, but he made the timely throws that he needed to throw, and I think you will take that and see him with room to grow over Carson Wentz is kind of his statueness that he has.
Yep.
All right, 7 to finish up our NFL coverage. We got the Seahawks defeating the Commanders 38-14. However, we saw the most gruesome injury with Jaden Daniels yesterday.
I will argue that might be the most gruesome injury on that field, and we have seen some really bad injuries on that field.
Yeah. But 7, I need you to tell me, why was he on the field with that game so far out of reach?
You see, it's an interesting question, and I think that it's definitely a question that needs to be asked. But I think there's 2 things at play here. Daniels seems like the type of guy that doesn't want to be off the field, even if he knows there's not really a lot at stake. If it's the L's already there, he still wants to get those reps in. He still wants to try and develop and get better and see if maybe he can learn something for next time. That's the type of kid he is. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to his craft. And so I think that could be at play. But ultimately, the blame with this, regardless of whether that was it or whether the coach just never took him out, the coaching should have told him no. As mad as he might have been to not be able to play, this is why you do it. This is why you take your big name players out when you're in a game that's this far apart late. Because what you don't want is to see something like this happen. You don't want to see like what happened to Tucker Kraft yesterday or Alex Smith on that field. Like and obviously the situation with Smith was different, but like those injuries happen in the NFL on the turn of a dime. So if you're lucky enough to get to that fourth quarter, you're not going to be able to come back. You got to protect the investment. You got to protect the future, because now you have to ask yourself, with this dislocated elbow, obviously he's out for the year, which I don't think anybody is surprised about at this point. And I would be, and I'm honestly not convinced it was just an elbow. I think this is going to be like what happened with Cam Scatabo, where when we go back and when in a week, we're going to find out that it wasn't just a dislocated elbow. It was there's a fracture in there as well. Or, there's a break in there somewhere.
Very possible. I mean, we pray not for sure. But
Right. I don't want to wish that on anybody, but that injury was
just the looks of it.
Yeah, just by the looks of it, I just because like Will can tell you like in the wire to wire chat, I said broken arm. I didn't think it was just a dislocated elbow.
Right.
And so for me, it's like ultimately whether he was out there by choice or not, as a coach, it's your job to protect the player from themselves. He shouldn't have been on that field. Now, as far as why the Commanders lost, Sam Darnold went 21 of 24 for 330 yards and 4 touchdowns yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Brady Darnold.
All 4 in the first half.
Damn.
And that to me says that as much as we've talked about the benefits or how good the Commanders defense could be, it's nothing. It's nothing. And again, I'm not trying to diminish the talent of Sam Brady. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. You can't be weak going up against a quarterback that's been rehabbed by the quarterback whisperer. And I said the start of the season, before the season, I kept saying that Seattle got the quarterback and the Raiders still needed one. Everybody's like, no, the Raiders got Geno. Geno's going to be great.
They got a German Shepherd.
Geno ain't nothing, just like I said. And Tom Darnold is currently dropping dimes to guys named Jackson Smith Njigba. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say his last name.
Njigba.
Like I'm gonna mess that up. Ando, don't even try it.
All right, but
That's why I say Jackson Smith redacted.
SJN. There you go.
I'll mess that up
there
too,
you
bro.
go.
I'll mess that up too. That's why I don't say it like that.
And like SJN and Cody White. Who? Torrey Horton.
Yeah.
Who? Elijah Arroyo. Who?
Obo.
But you know what? I will say this. For Jackson, he had a good year previous year. But you bring
this
Cooper
year?
Kupp, but you bring Cooper Kupp over. Because my thing was the thing that Cooper plays more of the slot. So that's going to move Njigba to the outside. That was my question about Njigba. Can he handle things on the outside being your number one? Well, he shut me up. He shut me up.
He cooked they DBs left and right. He left one of them standing still because he didn't know which way he was going.
Yeah.
And
he shut me up.
Did this, and he's a 4.4, almost a 4.5 40 guy.
Ohio State. Yep. Ohio State. Yep.
And to me, it's about, because like some of these guys, these receivers that do well on the outside and do well with the deep ball, it's not about necessarily the speed as much as it is their ability to move on a dime.
To run a route.
His route running is top notch. And so that's the thing that I would say. And Darnold gets to rely on him. But if you can add another top tier wide receiver piece onto that offense, that is a playoff team. Because their defense is doing what needs to be done. It's not fancy. It's not pretty. You don't have a bunch of top tier names from top tier schools on that defense. Right. There's some good guys, don't get me wrong, but you're not thinking about them as an elite defense, but they're doing just enough. But if you give him another top tier receiver, you grab somebody at the deadline the next day, that's a playoff offense. That's a playoff team. The Jets ruined QBs. Yep.
Oh, yeah, facts. All right, we're about to go over some baseball, but before we go over some baseball coverage, John, before we let you go, any final thoughts?
Not too much, man. It was just a good week. Both my teams won. Matter of fact, all three of my teams won.
Oh,
Rockets won this week. They lost the first two games. They was trying to get this shit together. But, after that, we 3 straight, 4 straight. We just beat the Mavs tonight. So,
any thoughts?
Yep.
Any thoughts on Saturday night's main event?
What's happening Saturday?
Saturday
Yes.
night's main event was this last weekend.
It was this last Saturday. CM Punk's your new world champion. Jared Cargill
Oh,
wins the
I
championship.
did see that. I did. I like that, man. I love that for CM Punk. Let's hope they let him hold on to it for a little while. How about that?
They won't.
I like that idea.
I like that
I-
too.
I-
At least
I
hold
would
on to
hope.
it till Mania.
And I did see your what's name is pregnant. She looks great, by the way.
Who's pregnant?
Trinity. Fatu.
Oh, Nail, dude, she's been pregnant for a while, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know, man.
Yeah.
They
Nah.
act like it was a
Yeah,
big reveal.
she relinquished the title before Crown
I
Jewel.
just saw
Before
it.
Crown
Before
Jewel?
WrestlePalooza.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, Stephanie
Yeah.
Bakir won the title.
And
Yeah, but hopefully they let CM Punk, man. He deserved that, man. He been in and out of it for a long time. So
Yeah.
and shout out to Jade Cargill. They
Yep.
finally turned to him and put the strap on
It's
him.
amazing. It's amazing how
that girl,
AEW
boy.
talent.
Whew.
What'd you say?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, he said Jade Cargill. Yeah.
Ooh. Yep.
Good Lord, have mercy.
Ooh. Yep.
Boy, she can put me in the headlock, boy.
Good Lord.
I'd let her put me into a figure 4. That's for damn sure.
Mhm.
Oh man,
Sharp shooter.
Triangle choke is where I want to be with Jade Cargill.
she was looking.
Well, all
good.
right, then, though. Never mind. God damn it.
And they had to pull the trigger on her too because she's getting through to her heel turn. If she would have took a 4th loss to Tiffany Stratton, that would have killed it. So they had to put the title on her. They had to. So it finally turned the heel. Hopefully we get her and Bianca and Mania. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully we get Punk.
That'll be good.
Hold on to that title to Mania.
Maybe longer.
I'll say they doing John
I
Cena
say
wrong. I don't
Mania.
care what nobody say.
I say Mania. Hold on to Mania and lose it to Braun Breaker.
Maybe.
And lose it to Braun. I wouldn't have him hold no longer than Mania though.
Before we
Okay.
completely leave football, I want to give a shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not only did they beat the Raiders 30-29, but hats off to Cam Little, officially the record holder for the longest field goal in NFL history at 68 yards.
Jeez.
It was a nice kick too. Like had some leg to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw the highlights. Shout out to Brock Bowers coming back off injury. 3 touchdowns yesterday. Shout out to Brock Bowers, boy.
Can we just say that Pete Carroll needs to go back into retirement? He is not the coach.
I'm not ready to say that yet. Only reason why I say that, he ain't got enough horses. He ain't got enough horses on that Raiders team.
Mm-mm. He ain't.
No.
What? Max Crosby? Like,
You got Max Crosby on defense,
and who else?
and then you got Genty,
Brock Bowers,
Bowers,
Michael Myers.
and
Bowers.
you
Okay.
got Brock Bowers, and you got Jacoby Myers. That's it.
Eh.
And
That's
your
enough.
running back ain't got going yet because you can't get a pass game going.
Because you ain't got an offensive line.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like
No
I said,
offensive line.
their
Shit, I'm playing
quarterback
in
should
the
be
box.
out catching frisbees.
I'm if you can't run, hey, in the box, I'm gonna make Gino throw. I'm gonna make him throw. Because you know some interceptions coming your way. You know some INTs coming.
Yep.
So I mean, you can't necessarily say that about Pete Carroll. Like I said, he ain't got enough pieces to be any kind of good.
Right. He ain't got enough pieces. He ain't got the horses. Now, if you get him the horses and he still comes up short week to week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Pete Carroll's getting old. He probably the
yeah.
oldest coach that's coaching, head coach. Yeah, for
Yep,
sure.
he is.
He is.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Man,
The
that's
man's so old.
off the top of the head.
But-
So,
How Jimmy?
pause.
the thing for me is with Pete Carroll, like I do have a bit of a I have a bit of a reservation now because I have now been proven right on Geno Smith that this wasn't going to work. It didn't work when he was with Pete Carroll in Seattle the first time, or when he was with Pete Carroll in Seattle. So for me, it's one of those things where how much of Geno in Las Vegas and not a more comparable quarterback, like, for example, Sam Darnold or something else, Carson Wentz, whatever, somebody that's actually going to give you a competitive product. How much of that is Pete Carroll's doing? Because, yeah, the front office makes the move, but a coach like Pete Carroll is at that table. He's not just taking what they give him. They're asking him for input on what he wants.
Yeah.
So I do think that there is some culpability here with Pete Carroll. I don't think I'm ready to say completely walk away. It's all him, any of that.
Right.
But he's definitely involved. He's sharing some responsibility at this point.
Yeah, he has some say so.
Yeah, I agree. Raiders on the track right now. I agree with that too. Hey, John, I appreciate you coming through, man. We're gonna touch on this baseball thing. We'll get on out of here. We appreciate you coming through, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yo, y'all too, man.
Have a good night, buddy.
All right, 7. Go ahead and get us caught up on MLB, and then you got an announcement a little later
on. So let's start with the World Series that did wrap up on Saturday evening. The Dodgers did win Game 7 in 11 innings, 5-4. They are back-to-back World Series champions. Our first time seeing back-to-back World Series champions since the Yankees of the late 90s, from the 98, 99, and 2000 seasons. So we did see the Samurai, as I have decided he is called, Yamamoto, the pitcher for the Dodgers, who had stellar performances in Game 2 and 6, and is the reason that they stayed in Game 7 long enough to finally get a home run to get over the Blue Jays. Was named your MVP. I said on TikTok, the second the Dodgers won it, Yamamoto has to be MVP. And rightfully so, he did get it. I was worried that they were going to give it to Shohei for some stupid reason, that they were going to try and find a way to justify. And
that would have been dumb.
Didn't. But luckily, Yamamoto did get it. And I think it was just about who got things done at the right time, because there was so much inconsistency by both teams in the series. Ando, what did you see, buddy?
Absolutely legit. I'm with you 100%. Gives you Randy Johnson type of feels, considering he was the last pitcher to do that. Go 3-0 in a World Series. Very unique company that Yamamoto gets to be put into. I think it was the obvious choice, and most of the time the obvious choice is the right one. First things first, hats off to the Blue Jays. That fan base has nothing to be sad about except losing. Game 7, the way that they did, very heartbreaking double play that they kind of bumped into both in the 10th and the 11th inning.
Yep.
That being said, there are 14 other AL teams that would have loved to be in your position. I don't think the Blue Jays have anything to be sad about, man. One hit here, a defensive play here, and it's a different ball game. So, this is a team I think that's built for the future, and I think they'll be back. Do I want them to be back before the Mariners? Absolutely not. But again, hats off to the Blue Jays for making it a competitive series. I think a lot of people going into that series thought it was going to be a walk for the Dodgers, and I'm really glad the Blue Jays made it a competitive series.
I am too. I wanted to see the Blue Jays because they haven't won since 92 and 93.
Yeah, when they went back-to-back.
Right, when they went back-to-back. So I think I definitely had a hope that we were going to see the Blue Jays get it done. There were signs, there were flashes that they were doing some great things. I have to say that Trey Yesovich, the rookie pitcher that got called up in September, had one of the best rookie showings of a pitcher in the postseason that I've seen that I can remember, like legitimately a stellar performance. And I think that he is a future ace. Kevin Gausman did an absolutely stellar job in his performances. I think that there's a lot of things that if you just go one way a little bit, there's a lot of people that might bring up what happened in the sixth or in game 6 with the ball getting stuck under the pad as an impactful thing. There was several thousand other pitches during that World Series.
Yeah. Or the play where they hit line drive and the runner didn't stop and was tagged out between second and third. You pay attention, try to make it back to second base. Still got a runner in scoring position instead of hitting into a double play.
Or in game 3, when the third base coach sent the runner with Vladdy Jr. up on deck, and he got tagged out at home by like 5 feet.
Yeah. Was that game 3? I thought that was game 7.
That was game 3 because that was the top of the 10th in game 3.
They had a similar call like that in the seventh in game 7 too.
I was hosting karaoke, so I may have missed that. But it wouldn't surprise me. Like, it's just there's little things here and there that make a difference because of how close that series was. So I agree with Ando on the Jays fans. You have nothing to hang your head on. And a class act by the Jays players in game 7 for writing, or was it game 6 for writing 51 on their hats?
Yeah, that was actually both 5 and 7, or both 6 and 7. They had 51.
Both 6 and 7 for Dodgers pitcher Alex Vesia, who had to take leave from the team due to personal issues, and we have since found out that it was he was dealing with a lot of difficulties surrounding his wife's pregnancy. And respect to him for making the decision to put his dream on hold of playing in the World Series to put his family first. There are guys that I know wouldn't have done that, and I'm proud of him. Respect to Alex Vesia for making the right choice. But as we move on from the World Series, we start to look towards next year. We got the winter meetings in a few weeks, typically the first or second week in December. I think it's the first week of December. But we have just announced over the last couple of days a couple of things. First of which, our Gold Glove winners for 2025. We'll start with the National League. Patrick Bailey and Logan Webb, the first tandem.
Before you start, what is a Golden Glove award for us who do not know what that is?
So the Gold Glove award is issued by Rawlings, the glove making company. And basically it's the best defensive player at each position. They do a team for the National League and a team for the American League. In the National League, Logan Webb and Patrick Bailey of the San Francisco Giants became the first pitcher and catcher battery to get the, and Kyle, you're 100% correct. Also correct. They became the first battery since Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright in 2013 to win Gold Gloves. First base, we had Matt Sloan from the Braves. Second base, Nico Horner from the Cubs. Ke'Bryan Hayes from the Reds at third. Mason Wynn from the Cardinals at shortstop in the National League. Ian Happ for left field. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong in center. And then Tatis in right. Your utility Gold Glove, which is a newer award. I think this is only the second year they've done this. Javier from, I believe it's the Marlins. I can't remember what team he's on. Ando, did you have any objection to any of those?
For the NL, no. I think Crow and Happ, I think, are two obvious decisions to be made for that. I was very surprised for the second baseman to get it. I would have figured who's the second baseman for the Reds? I figured he would have got it.
I know who you're talking about.
But I don't know enough about that. Like, again, I didn't know that the Golden Glove was the best defensive.
For like fielding and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. I think based of my knowledge off of players, they probably got it right. I don't think there's any questions that I would have, at least on the NL side of things. So,
okay, on the American League side, I have some objections here, but we'll work through this and then we'll talk about it. Your catcher, Dylan Dingler. This is the first objection I have. This should very clearly be Cal Raleigh. He was the best defensive catcher in the American League all season.
Yeah.
This makes zero sense. He's literally an MVP candidate, and he didn't get the Golden Glove when he should have.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure what we talked about it earlier. He only missed like 6 games this entire year. Was pretty consistent on with the pitch. It wasn't like I only catch with this pitcher and this pitch. No, he caught with every single pitcher that the Mariners rotation had. That is the one question that I do have about the AL was the catcher.
And in my next objection, Ty France at first. This should have been Vladdy Guerrero Jr. I was objecting a couple of years ago when he won it because he was not the best fielding first baseman. This year he was. He was legitimately locked down at his position. Not a lot of mistakes, a lot of clean plays, a lot of aggressive work fielding balls. Nothing but respect for what Vladdy Jr. did this year. As much as I am, by some people's standards, a hater, this should have been Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Yeah. Marcus Semien at second. I didn't hate this one. I like Semien. He's one of the best second basemen in the game. So this one makes sense to me. Maikel Garcia of the Royals, legitimately one of the best third basemen in the American League. So this one makes sense. Bobby Witt Jr. at short.
Absolutely.
There was no other choice for this one. Stephen Kwan for left of the Guardians. I'm sorry, the Indians. I'm going to use their proper name. Yeah. Cedon Rafaela in center field, Red Sox player, absolutely deserved. He was lights out. Wilyer Abreu at right, again, lights out, Red Sox player. Mauricio Dubon from Houston, the utility, and then your pitcher. I object to this 100% Yankees pitcher Max Fried. This nutsack could not field to save his fucking life. Like if I had a Sevens scream session, like Ando's assessment,
dude,
my entire fucking
session, I love it.
Would be on Max fucking Fried winning the Golden Glove when that nutsack struggles to catch the fucking ball when it comes back from the catcher. Like I cannot. Oh my God. But Max Fried is your pitching Gold Glove winner. Who
would you put in his place?
Anybody?
Helen Keller, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles,
and Frank.
Yeah, she could have definitely. You put any of the put any gay guy out there, they're gonna shag way more balls than Max Fried did. And then next, as we move along, we're gonna get to the MVP candidates. We're gonna talk about that. But they have announced the players that will be on the contemporary baseball era ballot. There was a previous vote that narrowed it down to these top 8 players. And then I believe it's 12 votes. It's either 8 or 12 votes. I think it's 12 because there's 16 voters, if I recall correctly. They have to have at least 12. Embattled player Barry Bonds. Roger Clemens, also rumored to be part of the steroid era. Carlos Delgado, rumored to be part of the steroid era. Jeff Kent, same thing. Fernando Valenzuela of the legendary Dodgers pitcher. I think he absolutely gets a consideration. I think he could get enough votes. Gary Sheffield, another steroid era type player. Yep. And then a couple of slightly older guys. Don Mattingly, who played with the Yankees. He is now the bench coach for the Blue Jays, and then Braves legend Dale Murphy. Every player on this ballot has a case. I will start by saying that.
Yep.
Me personally, if I'm going to pick just a few that I think have the strongest chance, if I was going to pick 3, Barry Bonds is a given. You can't tell the story of his era of baseball without Barry Bonds, and the fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame already is a fucking shame. Don't give me this shit about he used steroids. We've got managers and owners and the fucking commissioners that all benefited from the steroid era. We've got baseball writers that are Hall of Fame writers that benefited from the steroid era. If those nutsacks are going to be in, Barry fucking Bonds, who they all made money off of, deserves to be in there too. Don Mattingly, Donnie Batts. He's already a baseball legend. I think that there are some arguments about his statistic performance and stuff like that with Donnie Batts, and I get it. But for me, it's I think that he deserves it. Fernando Valenzuela, without question, deserves it. May he rest in peace. And then I would have to say, I think Roger Clemens. I mean, I think that when you get to Roger and you start looking at the other guys, the case isn't as strong. Like if somebody said Gary Sheffield doesn't deserve to get in, like I get it. Dale Murphy, I disagree, but I get it. Jeff Kent, I disagree, but I get it. You know, it's kind of the same thing. Like I get it, but every single player on this ballot has a case. Ando, what do you think? If you had to pick 3 players on this ballot to go into the Hall, who are you picking?
So I didn't follow baseball much when Fernando Valenzuela was playing, so I do not know his statistical attributes. I can only go based off of what you're saying. But based off of history and knowledge of baseball, Don Mattingly, I think the only reason he's not in is because he didn't win a ring with the Yankees when he was playing. And you can't talk about Yankees success without having a World Series ring to your name. Absolutely, he should be in. And then the other 2 names that you said, Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. Look, Clemens pitched at the same time that Randy Johnson and Greg Maddux pitched, right? I think if you poll anybody who watched baseball between the 90s up to 2001, 2002, 2003, your top 3 pitchers, without a doubt, is going to be Maddux, Johnson, and Clemens. It has to be.
Pedro, I would say Pedro Martinez and then Clemens.
Okay.
But he's up there. He's top 5.
I would. Okay. So if you did a rotation of 5 pitchers, Clemens is going to be in your top 5. I think for anybody that you pull between the 90s and 2005. And then you nailed it right on the head, right? I think a lot of shit that Barry gets, he's kind of that poster boy of the steroids era. But you said it perfectly that I don't need to say it. If you are making money off of the person, the poster boy of, oh, well, we don't want steroids. I mean, look at all this cash we're coming in. Look at all this money. Look at all the fan service. Look at all the publicity deals that we're getting. But you can't, Barry, you're not allowed to. It's fucking dumb. Get him into the World Series. You said it best. You can't tell the steroids era of baseball without the poster boy.
So to that, I want to ask you a question. Should Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa be on this ballot? I'm not saying should they get in. Should they be on this ballot? And who do you take off to put them on, given that there's only 8 slots?
Probably Kent and Sheffield. I think those are the 2 names that I would pull off. Don't get me wrong. Kent was an amazing second baseman, and he benefited with Barry Bonds going to the bases as much as he did. Hell, the 2 alternated MVPs when Bonds and Kent were part of that early 2000 Giants lineup. Sheffield was good, maybe really good when he played with the Yankees. I think he started to diminish a little bit when he was playing with the Tigers. Between Kent, I think Sheffield for sure. I don't know Murphy much, so I can pull Murphy. I'm going to go Delgado and Sheffield, take them off and put on Sosa and McGwire. If I had to pick 2 to come off.
Okay. All right. So I'll ask you both questions. So first, if you had to pick 3 players to go into the Hall off of the contemporary baseball era ballot, who are you picking?
Fernando's my day. Fernando, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens for sure.
Okay. And then I know you remember the years of the home run battle between Mark McGwire and Slam and Sammy Sosa.
Yep.
Do you think they should be on this ballot? And if you do, who should they take? Who would you take off?
I'm taking off Delgado and Sheffield.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to answer my own last question, because I didn't answer that part yet. I do not put Mark McGwire in the Hall.
Why not?
He had some really good season and his prime was great, but there was not enough of his career. And I think that I don't hold the steroid use against him, but I think he definitely overdid it. And I think there's a difference between using what everybody else is using and using way too much. I don't criticize WWE wrestlers. Right. Because I statistically, I don't think he did as well. And then, when I talk about the level of juice and we all know that the Attitude Era wrestlers were all using steroids. We don't have a problem with it, but we're definitely going to criticize how much juice and Chris Benoit did that obviously caused the problems that caused his, with his death. There's a line you don't cross with that volume because it causes problems. And so, for me, I do leave Mark McGwire off of this ballot, but I would put Sammy Sosa on. And honestly, I would take off. I'm definitely one. I would take off Gary Sheffield. I follow Gary's son on Twitter. He's a very passionate Yankees fan. He knows his stuff. And, seeing him talk about stuff with his dad and things that he remembers growing up as a child of a baseball star, those things are interesting. He's worth a follow on Twitter, whether you're a Yankees fan or not. But I don't think when you look at the numbers for what Sammy Sosa did, he has a hell of a lot more of a case for the Hall than Gary Sheffield. I can't deny the greatness that Carlos Delgado had with the Blue Jays. It's hard. And Ando went into what Jeff Kent did. It's for me, Gary Sheffield is the one that's on this ballot that has the weakest link. Like I said, he has a case for being considered, but I think his case is the weakest out of everybody here.
Makes sense.
And that's where I would put Sammy Sosa, because Sammy Sosa had 4 out of 5 years where he hit over 40 home runs just in a row. He was doing then what we would look at as what Judge does now.
Right.
And he certainly didn't have the talent around him that Judge does in New York.
Good point.
So for me, that's where I'm at with it. Again, I respect the hell out of Mark McGwire. I watched him play live a couple of times. He actually caused the first scoreboard repair of what was then Bank One Ballpark in Arizona, because he was taking batting practice during the year with the biggest home run competition between him and Sammy Sosa, and he damaged the outfield scoreboard. And I remember that. I remember seeing it in person. But I actually don't have, if he gets it, I'm not going to be against it. But right. I personally, if I'm one of the writers, I'm not voting for him. Gotcha. And then let's see here. Now we're going to talk about our MVP candidates. First in the American League, Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh, which both make sense. And then Jose Ramirez for the Indians. And if you look at his jersey, just the right way, it still looks like it says Indians on his jersey, which I think is fantastic. Because they use the exact same font, which is, again, fantastic. I want Cal Raleigh to win, but I think it's going to be Judge. And then, and J Ram certainly gets the consideration, the nod, hey, we've got to have a third person in here. You earned it. Good job. Respect. Ando, what do you think, buddy?
Total agreement. I think all three are very deserving. Again, as a Mariners fan, I would love to see Cal Raleigh get it. But being a fan of baseball, I can understand why and if Aaron wins it. He makes a solid case. I think he was more of a lifeblood for his team than Cal was. Again, Cal only missed 6 games. And those 6 games he missed, the Mariners went 4-2. So I can understand if Aaron wins it, but my vote's going to be for Cal Raleigh.
Well,
See, here's my problem. I think Kyle Raleigh had a better, more impactful season, so to speak. But when do we get, or when don't we have voter fatigue for Aaron Judge? I mean, yeah, he's a Yankee.
That's a fair question.
I mean, he's a Yankee, and I get it. But where did he take the Yankees?
ALTS.
3-1
loss to the Blue Jays.
But I'm just saying from this regard. I think what Riley did was a little bit more impactful than what Aaron Judge did. And again, I understand that you went to the series. I get that point. I do. But if you look at things, the two different situations, don't we get voter fatigue for Aaron Judge? Doesn't that it happened for Luka that 1 year?
It happened for Patrick Mahomes.
Happened for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at what Kyle Riley did, because if you look at impact from that standpoint, I just think Riley did more. Yeah, Judge is part of a better team. Don't get me wrong. But I just think Riley's impact was a little bit more impactful than what Judge was.
I agree.
And I think when you are the most consistent backstop in the league, again, I still believe he should have been the Gold Glove winner for catching for the American League. And then you add in what he did at the plate. Obviously, yes, I understand that Judge had the better batting average, but unless you're a pitcher, there are two sides to the game. And Aaron Judge is not a very good outfielder. In fact, he's not even the best right fielder on his team.
No.
He's like the Ringo Starr of outfielders. He's known, and there is some talent, but it's not anywhere near best of talent. And
and to piggyback off that, if this was a hitting award, I got you. Judge all day.
Silver Slugger, Slugger.
It's more than that.
100%.
It's more than that. Riley to me, he was more impactful. I'll say this about this situation. This is like I look at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's not so much as titles as who was more impactful for what they did. And I just think Kyle Riley was more impactful. Yes, Aaron Judge took and the Yankees went to the World Series. That's cool. But I just think Kyle Riley had a better year and is more deserving of the MVP for being a more complete player.
Well, I mean, and they went to they didn't go to the World Series this year. They went last year.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like when I look at it,
my fault.
If we're just focusing on hitting, then obviously it should be Aaron Judge. But I don't think a lot of people realize how hard it is to play catcher at an elite level and switch hit at an elite level. The only comp that exists to Cal Raleigh is Johnny Bench.
Yep.
Johnny Bench is also largely considered by people who have played the position and people in baseball in general that have played professional baseball. Johnny Bench is considered the best catcher of all time. There is some argument for Pudge Rodriguez, but he's second.
Mike Piazza.
It's too. Johnny Bench. And Mike Piazza is one of the best hitting catchers of all time, but defensively, he's not even in the conversation of top 10. And I wish I could say, because I loved Mike Piazza when I was a kid. Like I wanted to hit like Piazza. I wanted to backstop like Pudge. But for me, it's a case of Cal Raleigh is just so fucking good at the position in baseball that it is so fucking hard to be elite at. And here's the thing, parents, if you're watching this, and you're trying to figure out a way to get your child into a position in baseball where they will see a lot of playing time, go get them some catcher's gear. Because a reliable catcher will start in almost any program across the country. You will have the choices is if you are an above average catcher, you don't even have to be elite. An above average catcher, you can almost pick where you go. Because a reliable catcher is so hard to find. And for him to be this good offensively and defensively, when Aaron Judge is great at the plate, but he's not even top 10 right fielder in baseball. To me, that is why I believe that Cal Raleigh should get it. But I think from a publicity standpoint and all of that, the writers tend to favor Yankee players when they're in that discussion, just because it's the Yankees and it makes them more money when they do it that way. They're going to get more clicks and views and stuff like that. I think it's going to be Aaron Judge. I want Cal Raleigh to win it for it. If I'm voting, if I'm one of the writers in the Baseball Writers Association of America, I'm voting for Cal Raleigh.
Yep.
All right. And then the MVP for the National League. I should have done this one before we did the American League because this isn't really a competition. It should be, but it's not.
I'm giving it
your
to
nominees
Soto. I'm
are
just kidding.
your nominees are Shohei Ohtani of the LA Dodgers, Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies,
World Series champion LA Dodgers.
Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies, and Juan Soto of the New York Mets. Now, first thing, how the fuck did Juan Soto get third?
He can't.
Did they not see him play all year?
Be disqualified.
Like, that makes no fucking sense to me. Now, when we look at Schwarber versus Shohei, again, Schwarber played both sides of the ball all year for the most part. He did DH some, but a lot of guys on a team that don't have a dedicated DH, it's going to rotate around a bit. Schwarber spent some time out in the outfield, though. He wasn't bad. He wasn't perfect. But as a whole, Philly's outfield was trash all year, so you can't really pick one who was the worst. I would say Schwarber was better than some of those guys for sure. Like Max Kepler, definitely better than Max Kepler. But at the plate, he hit bombs when they needed him to.
Yep.
However, at the plate, he still didn't even hit 250. So it's tough. My problem with the fact that it's going to go to Shohei is Shohei is a DH this year.
Yeah.
You can't say he's a two-way player because you can only consider regular season, and he pitched less than 50 innings. There are position players on the A's that pitched more innings than Shohei Ohtani did this year. So he's not a two-way player. He's a DH. And I'm a big fan of the DH. I think it's a great thing in baseball. Nobody wants to see pitchers hit. That's a guaranteed fucking strikeout. I mean, unless you get lucky, because even everybody talks about, what about Bartolo Colon? Go look at his batting average.
Yeah, his batting average was like .092.
Or
go look at his fucking batting average.
You would want to see it if you're a purist of the game.
Right, but purists of the game have a stick up their ass and bitch about the pitch clock, even though it did exactly what it was intended to.
Facts.
Exactly. Speed up the game and make baseball more watchable, because even as somebody who passionately loves baseball, these guys were taking, a minute for a pitching routine, wind up and throw. 3 minutes in between each pitch for a batter to go through their whole routine to get ready for the next pitch. Baseball does not need that.
Nope.
And it proved, because it's not like certain players stopped being elite when the pitch clock came in. They were just forced to admit that they could have done it shorter the entire fucking time. That's all it was. But Shohei Ohtani this year, for all intents and purposes, was a DH. And there's not a single DH that is so good at the plate that they're MVP, especially not on that Dodgers lineup. You can't tell me that his hitting was so impactful that outweighs the offensive and defensive impacts of Freddie Freeman, the offensive and defensive impacts of Mookie Betts, both of which had a case for a Gold Glove in the National League. Max Muncy, not my favorite third baseman, but still had a decent case. Like there's the list of talent on that team. He does not have a case for MVP, but he's going to fucking win it. Pete Crow Armstrong should have been on that list, at least over fucking Juan Soto. I know it's going to be Shohei, but it pisses me off because there's a lot of other players in the National League that had more of an impact. When you factor in offensive and defensive impact, than Shohei Ohtani did as a DH and a guy that pitched 50 innings. Ando, what do you think?
I would agree on taking Soto off and putting in Pete Crow Armstrong and narrowing it down to those three. I think for the same reasons that I'm voting Cal Raleigh over Aaron Judge is the same reason I'm going to vote Shohei over everybody else. Look, you can argue that he wasn't there on a defensive standpoint and that he played DH for most of the season. But at the end of the day, with Shohei playing designated hitter, he did what he needed to do. He hit over 50 home runs this year. You can argue that Kyle Schwarber hit that too. I'm going to say Shohei gets the vote if I'm voting. For him to come back the way that he did after he tore up his, his shoulder in the offseason by making that steal.
No, he had Tommy John is what it was.
Yeah, so Tommy John.
Tommy John.
Yep. I would vote Shohei. I know that's probably the popular opinion. I can see Schwarber winning it, but I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I think the bigger name, for the same reasons that we don't want Aaron Judge to win it for the voters' fatigue, I think Shohei gets it because it's the safe bet. Personally speaking, I can understand if Shohei or Schwarber gets it. I'm going to lean towards Shohei, though.
I don't get how Soto made it still. He was trash.
I don't.
He was trash.
He must have bribed part of his $760
What, you put him on a
million.
list because you put him on a list because he was a Met? Did you see that epic collapse?
It was so bad.
Hey, Will. He used part of his $760 million signing bonus to get put on that ballot.
Had to. Well, he got some pictures on somebody.
Really quick, I'm not going to show the banner. The AL and NL Rookie of the Year award finalists for the National League: Braves Drake Baldwin, Brewers Caleb Durbin, and the Cubs Cade Horton. On the American League side, the A's actually had two of the three finalists: Nick Kurtz, you have to say that name slowly, and Jacob Wilson of the A's, both AL Rookie of the Year award finalists, and then the Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony. And I will say on that, just on the American League one real quick, if it wasn't for the stellar season that Nick Kurtz had, Roman Anthony would get it. But and Jacob Wilson obviously gets a conversation about it, but that's Nick Kurtz all the way. And I think Drake Baldwin for the Braves is a good one, but I think Cade Horton gets it on the National League side. As we wrap up tonight, any of you that have been following the show for a long time will notice that this is about the time of year where I don't come on the show as much. Baseball season ending. This is when I step back to make sure that I take care of my mental health and I take my break. That is going to happen again this year. This is my last sports report. I'll be back to report on the winter meetings And then I will be back in late February, early March to start talking about the start of the baseball season and the World Baseball Classic. Mental health is very important to me. Those of you that have followed the Sports Report long enough know that Will and I used to do a show called First Generation Dad, which is outside of the fact that I've been a father and a husband for the last 16 years with no example on how to do it, is my proudest thing that I've ever created. I would be a hypocrite if I did not make sure that I prioritize my mental health and take that time for myself. So understand that I will still be around, but I have to step back and shut the fuck up for a little bit and take care of myself. This is something, if those of you that have been around long enough to know, this is not the first time this has happened. I've done this every year for the last few years. Will knew this was coming. He's not surprised. And, I'm still going to be around. I'll still be writing you up, Damien, on a weekly basis. We'll still have our meetings. But I got to take care of me. You can still follow me on TikTok. I'll still be posting updates there when I can. Probably some video game content to kind of relax a little bit. I've been playing my way through Borderlands 4, and that game is just amazing. I will say
Borderlands
that.
Game is amazing.
But don't forget, there's a lot of great shows here on the Wide Wire Network. Every day, every evening. A lot of talented individuals that are passionate and they know a lot about what they talk about, that love to share their opinions and their knowledge with you. So please make sure that you support those shows, support those guys for me. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, hang out, have a good time. These guys appreciate the support, and it would make me very happy to know that everybody is continuing to get the support. Make sure you're still watching the show, because I still will be.
All right, Andrew, anything you got to say before we run on out of here for the night?
Cowboys did end up losing 27-17 to the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals didn't blow a fourth quarter lead today, guys. Let's celebrate.
It's because Jacoby Brissett was there and not Kyler Murray.
No, that's what happened, right? Jacoby Brissett is actually the replacement, like the commercials they've been running for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Who's this guy? He's the replacement for Kyler Murray to play Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Love those commercials, man. I love that they got Nikki Glazer to be the female component to it. Fucking love her as a comedian, dude.
All right, and if there's nothing else, I want to say thank you for Wire Number 5 and 6. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody coming through in the chat, and don't forget to check out all the fine shows right here on Wire Network. We'll see you next week.